Okay then, I'm just gonna put together a quick video going through the green screen keying that we did last semester. As I said before, there's the hobbyist way of doing it, which is just using a chroma keyer, or if you go through all these stages, you can do it professionally and make sure you get rid of all the green without making a really fuzzy last final image. So the first filter we need, as you can see here, I've got my shot on already. I've got a background plate underneath so that that shows up rather than black, so that I can see that the green has gone a bit better. On black it's much more difficult to see. So double click my shot I'm going to add the filters to, so we are in the viewer. First thing to add then is Effects, Video Filters, Key and Color Smoothing 411. There's two types here. 411 is for PAL or NTSC, 422 is for DVC Pro and for uncompressed higher end video. So we're on 411 at the moment. You won't see any change with that, but from looking at the books, it just sets everything up really cleanly and really crisply for when we add the next effects. So different ways to do everything, but let's go with the version I've learned myself. So back to Video Filters, Key, Chroma Keyer. If we've got the chroma keyer now in the viewer, it has it's very similar to the selective color correction that you can find at the bottom of the three-way color corrector, which we have also looked at. I think there's a video for that already in DFM 3A. So we want to select our green, so use of the pipette, select the green one to get rid of. If you hold shift and grab the pipette again, you get the wee plus sign and delete a few different areas of green so you can get the darks and the lights, so we're almost done before we continue with the next stage. Okay, so that's most of the green gone already, to be honest with this one. To check if you're getting rid of any of the place you actually need, the key function here goes from the final, the matte and the source. So at the moment we're at the final because we've got rid of all the green. So the key here in the middle one, we can see there's no black coming out in my image, so that's pretty smooth. We've got these little excess whites at the bottom, but I can trim them off just using the crop tool, top, bottom and the side here. That's the original, so that's back to what we've got. Okay, I won't have much to do on this shot here. If you've got more green going on around the edges, if it's the darker greens, then you can pull your saturation to the left by the top left handle. The top left handle will pull separately. I'm just going to undo each one because I'm fine. Or you can shift the whole entire thing. And again, you can see there straight away we're back into the greens because of the lighter shades of saturation. So we'll take that back. The luma is the brightness of the colour, the saturation is the depth of the colour. But using patience and just slow tweaks each time will get the best effect. I can see on here, you might not be able to see it very well, but there's a definite green outline around the actress here. We will get rid of that with the final filter. The other keys down here, enhance, is rarely used. The softening and edge thin can be used here, but the next filter we add will soften and edge thin in a much less aggressive way. Like I say, there's not much I need to do to my image, but I'll go through the processes and hopefully you can take it in from that. We're now adding Video Filters Matte Choker. Yes, sorry, I had to double check that. Matte Choker. Okay, and that will now turn up in our filters for that shot. And here you see we've got the edge thin and edge feather as opposed to a soften. So if you've got green around the outline, like quite a lot of green, you can then take the edge thin upwards and that will suffocate it and push it in tighter. You will see this more on your shots if you need this filter. I think it's always good to add them anyway. Edge feather at the 100 with the most edge feather. If it softens it too much, then you can take it back. As you go through here, if I do go the edge thin right to the top, you can see it starts to make my the outline of the girl's hair very jagged. So that's when you know you've gone too far. Okay, so the final thing is we've got this green outline around our actress. So to get rid of that final bit, it is Effects, Video Filters, back to Key, and we are now using Spill Suppressor Green. Okay, so the Spill Suppressor, if I pull this up, it makes the green into kind of a reddish colour. You can see as I push it up further, it makes my actress's face red as well. If that is what you need to do to get rid of all of the green though, you can then colour correct your front image to fit the background plates. So with a color corrector, which we've looked at before, which would be just slight changes of the mid-tones and the color corrector. In fact, let's add that now. But it can be color corrected. I'm just going to use the three-way because I'm always using the three-way. I prefer it. So the mids will be the face here. There's a lot of reds, so we could pull the reds back out by pulling in the opposite direction. It's a little bit green, but you can see the changes at least. It looks a bit more natural. The whites here maybe have a little bit of green, so I'm going to pull them up this way. We can look at before and after. So very subtle change, but that's what it should be. It's just making things fit nicely. Add a bit more yellow because of the lighting in the background, so it should feel a bit more natural. And that is pretty much it for keying. Obviously, it takes a lot of patience to do this, so you need to really carefully go through it. As long as there's no shadows on the green in the background, if it's a solid green, it should be very easily doable. There is a handout in DFM3A, which as a document which goes through these filters. This video will be added to the course materials of 3B, so you can use this video as well. And that's that really. Hope it's of use. Do let me know, and goodbye.